Previously on Startup. With just 30 seconds to deliver a pitch in the elevator, many startups stumble.
So why are you telling me this?
From 10 deal, 10, non-10.
And faced a tough judging panel.
Out of the entire group, only 2 of you managed to pass your business card or any kind of information about your startup.
Never ever ask a hypothetical question
Do you know how much grease Singapore generates every year?
because you'll never get any answer.
Haluk and Michael of CoinGo nailed the challenge and won a mentoring session from a Twitter executive.
One way small businesses target is what we call lookalike targeting.
The meeting could give them an edge as they gear up for the digital challenge. The winner of the challenge stands to walk away with $100,000 worth of TV and online advertising. This week, the competition gets real as the startups face their first elimination.
Startups, you have 5 minutes left.
Actually, my mind just went blank.
Let's say your first time.
This is a sales challenge. You cannot walk in hoping for the best.
Which team will be the first to be sent home? Every startup dreams of having the next big idea, of becoming a unicorn, of making that perfect exit. But 9 out of 10 startups fail before they're anywhere close. Against the odds, 8 startups from across Asia compete in a challenge of their lifetime to clinch a deal from 3 highly sought-after venture capitalists. Who will emerge victorious? This is Startup Season 3.
Being here, the final 8 of the Startup Season 3, we get to learn with the best.
How are you, startups? Okay, well, now that you have done your first warm-up exercise, it is time to gear up for your first major challenge. It is called the Deloitte Show Me Your USP Challenge. Your goal is to convince 35 conference goers during their 20-minute coffee break on why they should like your product.
So this challenge is like a real-life situation. Every day you get to meet a lot of people, a lot of strangers, and then pitching and promoting your services.
But I think from after our previous experience, there's more to the challenge.
And to help you prepare for the event, we have Guillaume Sachet, the head of MediaCorp Strategic Planning, who was in fact our Season 2 mentor. Say hi to Guillaume.
Hi guys.
So Guillaume, take us through how the contestants should be preparing for this major challenge.
Yeah, so first of all, it's a tough challenge, Chloe, because these guys, they come out from a conference, and last thing they want is to receive a pitch, a sales pitch for 20 minutes. You should be very focused, concise, then maybe go for a demo, try to engage them.
Guillaume, we have 35 people, 20 minutes. Time is short. How can you be selective? Do you have any suggestion for us?
It's impossible to go to each individually one-to-one, right? So you really need to think about how you can engage them, maybe 5 of them at a time, unless you need 2 of you for the demo. Otherwise, yeah, you should split and conquer. They need to like the product, they need to see the differentiation, and we are talking about USP, unique selling point, right? So what is different in your product from what they have seen?
How do we know when to walk away?
It needs to be a two-way interaction as well. So if there is no question, then you need to think something is wrong, right? I'm not engaging them. If they don't like it, if they don't engage with you, don't force it.
All right, so give it your best shot. You don't want to be the first team to be eliminated. And let's thank Guillaume for his help here. Thanks, Guillaume.
Good luck, guys.
So jam sessions actually helped me because I was going to go like a shark to every participant in the conference, but now I'm gonna take my time and analyze the situation, analyze the room first.
Initially, we were preparing to show a live demo on our app, but after hearing what Guillaume says, we decided to have a video and only do the app if we can.
So we plan to give away certain corporate gifts, and also we want to get as many contacts as possible from them.
For challenge tomorrow, we are print a coupon, we print a banner, and we have some sticker for audience also.
Many of you might remember Eugene Ho of Deloitte from the Singapore Startup Bootcamp. He is back with us as we gear up for the Deloitte Show Me Your USP Challenge. A strong pitch with a unique selling point could make or break a deal. Your goal is to convince as many conference goers as possible during their coffee break on why they should like your product. You have the startup dollars. Your goal is to win as much as possible from these conference goers. There is a lot of pressure and there will be an elimination. You've got 60 minutes to prepare for this challenge. All right, let's get ready.
Based upon my competitive analysis, I think Penn Deals is the most formidable competitor. They have a very good booth, and the two founders of the company are very charming.
So Penn Deals' strategy was kind of very aggressive. I mean, at one point he put some posters in front of mine, but I asked him if he could move them because of that same reason, and he said okay. So, I mean, they're very competitive, but I can see why.
Hello, Nigel. It looks like you're creating your mini Phnom Penh over here. Is it going to be easy for these conference goers who are already stressed out and a little bit tired to get your message?
It is going to be a little, but we want to liven it up. We want to give them something like a smiley face. Smiley, smiley, happy, happy.
I'm very impressed by the Salu Nanotech live demonstration. He have a clothes showing how it can prevent the water spill on the clothes.
We are making products for textiles which make the clothes stain resistant, wash resistant, antimicrobial, odor resistant.
We hope that our visitors will like our small demo here.
Why don't you share with us what's your unique selling proposition?
What we're selling is actually a product, a technology. It's essentially waste to energy. We offer to our customers the option of flexible raw material choices.
Hopefully we are going to win this challenge. We are very confident and we are very prepared.
We ourselves are also very confident about this challenge. We are very much prepared. At the same time, everybody else also seems prepared for this challenge.
Coming up, the challenge is about to begin, but are the startups ready?
Also overwhelmed with the crowd started coming in through the door.
As our startups rush to put the finishing touches to their booths, in the next room, conference goers at Deloitte are about to end their morning session.
All right, startups, you have just a minute to go before the conference goers come through those doors.
Contestants will be judged on how much they were able to raise in startup dollars and how effectively they executed their pitch.
I think the one word and even now echo inside me is rush.
Anxious.
Electrified.
All right, startups, your time is over. Your competition begins now. You have exactly 20 minutes. Good luck.
So when Chloe says starts now, actually my mind just went blank.
Also overwhelmed with the crowd started coming in through the door.
Let's say you're a first-time traveler, you go to the airport. If you have not registered before, you put your money, then you decide to get a printed receipt, deposit receipt, then with a unique code. Then you go to the website, you log in, register your name, basic information, username, password, phone number. You type that code that appears in your account. Now you have money in your account. Depends how you want to spend, actually.
So hi guys, this is Sammy. Basically we do one thing, and that is predict diseases in order to save lives. And now we have a platform that can actually predict when the next dengue outbreak is going to happen. So for example, these yellow circles represent outbreaks, and these red dots represent actually dengue cases.
Yep.
So if you can see, we actually got 84% of the circles correct.
Yep.
So what we can do with this data is give it to governments so they can actually focus their larvacidin and fogging in specific areas.
Actually, EBCare started out as a social enterprise, so we were trying to help solve the modern aging problem, which is an aging population problem. So we believe that by building a home healthcare service ecosystem, we can help aging in place because we have a severe shortage of nursing homes, daycare centers, and we just cannot continue to build them. This is my colleague John, my partner. He will show you how it works. It's really simple. We have a little bit of a strategy of collaboration where I grab a group of them so that he can present a live demo to maybe 4 or 5 people at the same time.
During rest of the challenge, first thing we wanted to make sure is to be able to deliver the USP to people we are talking to.
Our core skill sets in the real-time software, but also we work with certain hardware and sensor vendors to certify and integrate it to that. So one such technology we are using is eThread, which is groundbreaking in the industry, where there is a sensor, little RFID mounted into the thread. You haven't seen this anywhere, I can guarantee you. So once this thread goes in like a hollow or somewhere, you can track that garment from the cutting to knitting to shipping, and then into the retail store, also counter for video, whether it's a real Nike one or not. How do you know? Fake. But with this thread, the RFID, you can do a scan and you know that this is really a original Nike product.
So, how did you find the experience?
Well, it was very interesting. We have there's a lot of new ideas that I've come across, and I certainly like some of the ideas that was presented. Yeah.
We at BioCycle do waste grease management specifically. So you can see the waste grease that is generated from F&B industry when people fry foods. Right? This actually goes back in other countries. Right? I'm sure some of you may have heard. It goes back into the F&B system. Right? People collect it and then sell it to restaurants. So that's one of the problems that we are trying to solve. Right? And we do it through the use of our patented technology. We have enzyme catalysts that we are using to convert this waste grease into biodiesel. The conference goers were very helpful, very willing to stay and listen to what we had to say.
Eugene, the startups are on fire. Right now, they're making their pitches. So far, what impresses you the most?
I think the energy level is really impressive. I think all of them show, real belief in their product.
So hi, Pushkar. Nice to meet you. We're making a product for textile industry. Left side you see a material which is treated with our product. On the right side is a normal seed. Okay. The difference is water is flowing over both, but the right one, normal one, is getting soaked. Well, this one is still dry. Okay. So we want to make products for textiles which will enhance the value of our day-to-day regular wear. We want to make them better in terms of comfort and hygiene. So water resistant, stain resistant, odor resistant, UV protective. And our unique selling point is we are dealing with the problem of durability. We make the products which are highly durable as compared to our competition.
So the very first time when the doors open, I'm a bit relieved to see that the conference goers, most of them were female, and because based on our survey, most of our users are females because they are the one who sending shipments a lot, 65% of them.
So this is big bag. If you want to send an item, anything, just using big bag.
Yep. How does it work?
It's easy, very easy. Just touch this button. Yep. You just go there.
By insurance?
So if you send something valuable, we cover that. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you were bombarded with pitches.
Yes.
Which ones struck you most?
Well, actually 2 stood out amongst all this. One is the EB Care, which provides healthcare services. I think that's pretty useful to the Singapore society. And the other one that really stood out for me was actually CoinGo.
Were there any ideas that you thought were maybe a little bit off the mark?
I think pen deals. I think there are so many, providers offering all these vouchers and services. So I'm not sure how they could actually compete. So what's your selling proposition?
My selling proposition is that you as a customer save money.
Pen deals. It's really interesting to see Nigel putting smiley stickers and putting coupons in everybody's pockets. But is this the sort of tactic that is going to win him votes?
I think one of the key things that Pen Deal needs to better articulate is what's the value proposition.
Isn't that like what the rest of the discount
Yeah, but we are unique for non-pen. We are a non-pen company, so it's not there in non-pen. Non-pen is in Cambodia, so we are unique. Our market share is unique, and from that we've learned different things. And the unique proposition is also the barcode. Because you'll never find coupon with each one having its unique barcode.
Startups, you have 5 minutes left.
That's the idea. So today, if you
got it?
Yeah, I got
Good
it.
for us.
10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Time is up. When we come back, you lacked passion and conviction in your product. Now who gets to go home?
I was in an intense discussion, and then I hear that Chloe just shouted while I'm still answering the questions.
I only had to look for one guy at the beginning, and when I dragged him, he came with 4 other people.
We are quite confident of coming out on top, or at least not to get eliminated.
I think there are many things that we could have done better, like for example in terms of props.
Rathi is not a marketing person but an accountant, and I'm an IT person. We did fairly well.
Yes.
Yes.
The startups this week were tested on their salesmanship, and the vote came down to this, Startup Dollars. Who came out on top? By far, EB Care received the highest number of votes. Number 2 was CoinGo. And shall we take a look at how they performed on clip?
In general, the participant from B2B business, they tend not to fare as well. Generally, they pitch less because this is B2B. The energy level doesn't come through as intense.
Right.
The clarity of pitch tend to be less of the B2C startup.
EB Care and CoinGo were able to market their product and services to the right group of audience, and that's why they performed so well at the challenge. It's not saying that, for example, all of the other teams are bad, but as a startup, you have to do whatever it takes to win. So if you're not showing that motivation, even when you're preparing, I think it'll be really tough.
Knowing your audience is very important. Whether is it verbal, or is it on print, or is it visual?
For sailors, I would say that if you're in nanotechnology, you have to dumb it down in terms of your language because they're probably very used to speaking to industry folks. So in a room of general audience, they should just keep it simple.
All right, judges, have you decided? Hello there, startups.
Hi.
The judges have deliberated and have made up their minds. Remember, your challenge was to convince conference goers to believe in your product. How many came out on top and how many fell flat? Let's get a quick word on what the judges had to say. Leslie?
This is a sales challenge. You cannot walk in hoping for the best. It must be as if your life depended on it.
I'm happy to see that the teams have improved, especially coming back from that dismal performance in the first challenge.
I think some of you still need help on trying to get your messaging right. You have to remember the different audiences as you are speaking to them. So for those of you who are, in the B2B space, you have to be especially careful, or else many of them will not understand what you do.
Okay, that's all the feedback. Remember, there is an elimination this time around. However, even if you are eliminated this week and in the weeks ahead, you are still involved in the digital challenge. So based on the feedback the judges had to say, and also the investability based on your performance from the Deloitte Show Me Your USP challenge, the winner of this challenge is EB Care, congratulations. Zan and John, as part of the reward, you will be meeting two very special guests. Season 1 winner Clement Wong of Be My Guest and a co-founder of My Republic, Singapore's 4th fiber and broadband provider, Greg Nittman, at a nice, luxurious restaurant called Catalunya tomorrow. Now to the bottom two. Who will it be? Pen Deals, step forward. And Singa, step forward. The judges felt that Pen Deals, you lacked clarity in addressing your target market to the participants at the conference. And Singa, the judges and the participants also felt that you lacked passion and conviction in your product. Who needs to go home? Pen Deals. The judges have decided to give you one more chance. And Singa, unfortunately, it's the end of the road, but you're still with us for the digital challenge. Wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you. It's not the end of the road for us. I mean, in life, every setback brings something more in you. I believe in that. So watch us, we're going to come back stronger.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's really great to meet you. I love that you're starting in Singapore. It's a leading demographic place. The angel environment here is the best angel environment on the face of the planet. So I would say focus on angels for the first part because it's quick and it'll allow you to. Clement made some comments earlier about just moving at the speed of light.
How about those things that we should be avoiding where we are trying to approach the investor? Try not to give too much fluff. Give them realistic projections. And very importantly, when you meet them, know your unit economics, right? So as an early day startup, you might have a lot of more text and descriptions than numbers. But as you grow, you should be presenting more numbers, and especially to the minute details.
Okay, please.
So you're talking about just before, yeah, not
Before.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
We reserve the answers because she's going to ask for the post as well.
What they do?
Halu could have engaged all the lady audiences, and I engaged all the male audiences.
I'm charming.